Hello there. How's your great awakening going? How's mine? Holy crap. Um, we have no choice. I have no choice but to accept things as they are. I know, I know that train is going and it's picking up. It's going so fast right now. Um, but my heart's desire is still to uh, have truth and transparency in the world. So many people in my life do not know what has been happening for the last 7 years. And that's probably the hardest thing, actually. If I had somebody to talk to about this, I have one person, my hairdresser, and I only see her about once every month or whatever. She knows what's going on, like almost to the same level that I do, and so that's a relief. But I don't have anybody to talk to about this. Um, and it's not just to bitch. It's fun, actually, because this is the most remarkable and huge time in human history. And almost to the point where I kind of think that we're going to have uh, the second coming of Jesus. Honestly, I don't doubt that. That has been in the wheelhouse, and because God is orchestrating this whole thing. I truly believe that, and that's really the only thing that's keeping me sane is my faith. Um, Honestly, sometimes the degree of anticipation and impatience at times, I honestly, sometimes I feel like I'm going to go batshit crazy. But, I'm able to rein it back in and live in the presence of God in this moment, and trust that alliance, that white hat alliance, along with President Trump, are making it happen. Like, this is huge. And some of the ugly stuff that has been happening in our that's too great to address. But I just marvel. Now, I don't know what's going on in people's minds, really, because the people that I associate with now, we really don't talk about anything political. It would just be not a good thing. But, I don't know what's going on in their heads. I suspect there's a bunch of liberals, and I just marvel that people can be in now 2024 and not know. That's the thing that blows my mind too. But I was listening to Janine today, and she said, she posed the question, what have we learned as people? I know I've learned that my intuition and discernment is off the charts. I I have like superpowers or something. And I think that's where we're supposed to be. We are ascending spiritually, and I'm coming to learn that human beings are super heroes. We are so much greater than we've been allowed to believe and know. And I continuously try to tap into that power. I mean, it's here. It's part of who I am now. Um, like I can listen to some stuff and just know immediately it's bullshit. Plus we've been told, and it's by people that I trust, that I've learned to trust, two of which are Phil and Janine. We're watching a scripted movie. Like all of this, everything has already happened years ago, but we're watching it play out like a movie. I know there's some real stuff, real kinetic stuff, but there had to be. And I'm hoping that the normies, as they're referred to, or that the new one is the villagers. I love that. They're starting to get good and pissed off. Because the thing is, like, one of the things that got me rolling in the beginning, like after the 2020 election, we, the people, are the government. And we can never forget that. We have to know that. Like, I've watched so many people over the years, including myself, like, well, we'll hope the government does the right thing or whatever. No, we are the government. We can't forget that. And so, I have had to relearn that. And it's probably one of the truest things in my life right now. And, there's this talk of, like, the minions that are left of the deep state want to try another pandemic. If people comply with that shit, I'm going to go kick their ass personally. I mean, of course I wouldn't. I've never hurt anybody. But you know what I'm saying? Like, are you kidding me? You're going to go along with that shit again? Don't you remember how our lives were destroyed? Kids lost progress. Like I sub as a teacher. I'm a retired teacher, but I sub. And I was talking to a second grade teacher one day, and she said, when we came back from the quarantine, kids were so far behind. They have lost so much. Like the second graders, they're like kindergartners, I mean, there was some real deficits because of this. And that's just one example. I mean, can't people see what was done to us? Like, that was not organic. How could it have been? It's just, and then you look at, I think it's right on the CDC website. The year the year or two of the pandemic, quote unquote, the flu numbers, they were inverse to COVID. I mean, really? Somebody, I was talking about this with somebody a couple years ago. I won't say who. And I said, didn't you notice that the flu is almost non-existent? And she said, well, we've been wearing masks. No. Masks are part of the problem. So, I have learned so much patience and on many levels, to the point of, to my detriment almost, because I'm so tired. And sometimes when I get information or there's something to read, I just implode. Like, I can't digest anymore. and I know I should, because I sort of feel like I'm falling back into complacency, which could be disastrous. I know I'm not, because I'm fully awake, but I still, I've said this before, like I still feel like I have psychological damage from this. I have PTSD. Honestly, I'm um I'm hurting. Uh but on the other side of that coin, I'm making some real conscious choices. Um, I'm gonna make the most of every day. I'm gonna have fun, which I am. I'm out there. I'm having a good time. I I take invitations. I go hiking. I play pickleball. I play bocce ball. I play euchre. I play cribbage. I have a really nice social life with some very intelligent people who are not awake, um, or minimally. And I have shared some of this story. Mm-mm. Nope, it's not going over. So I just shut up, and like the thing with, for example, Bank of America, they have all this enormous unrealized liabilities. And my friend is with Bank of America, and I don't think she. I've tried to tell her. I've sent her a couple things, but that's as far as I can go, because she's a grown woman. Um, it is none of my business, but that's a fine line I'm walking. Like, okay, it's none of my business, but I need to help people, and when I do share information, it is only for that reason, not because I know something and you don't. No, hell no. It's, I feel like I need to help move the needle a little bit, for people, because we cannot continue walking through life sleepwalking and just expecting that it will be taken care of. No, we have to take care of it. Um, but whew, I'm pretty much, and I've probably been saying this for 2 years. I'm over it. Well, I have no choice. Uh, However, I do believe that it's coming to an end. I hear about the revaluation of currency is taking place, and once that's done, then we will have Nasara Jasara, which will, give us some financial relief. And I do believe that. I trust that. Um, and I'm looking towards the future with hopes and dreams and desires. I'm formulating those. I have, you know, I'm trying to. Well, I have this. It's like a digital vision board. It's called Mind Movies, and I've had that for years, because I've always believed in being able to manifest, and so I'm projecting my dreams on this digital vision board. It's kind of like a combination of PowerPoint. Yeah, it's kind of like PowerPoint. And so what else have I learned? The notion of being true to myself just keeps getting hammered hard for me. I am true to myself. I know what I know. I know. And I don't, 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 necessarily share that very much at all anymore. But, you know, I don't know, man. Sometimes I really do feel like I'm going to go over the edge. I get so um I want things to culminate so badly. I want things to come out. And it is. I mean, it is. Shit's coming out all the time. But still, people are not putting two and two together. They're not connecting the dots. Like, I don't know, man. I'm so tired. And mentally, it's mental. I'm really taking good care of myself physically. Um, about 4 or 5 months ago, I was hearing about the carnivore diet, and I have a condition called urticaria that I've been on a mission to cure it myself. I have to take a drug every month, which is so ironic because I hate the pharmaceutical industry. I hate it. However, here I am. I'm desperate, right? And it has helped a lot. I've been on it for years, and but I want complete remission, and so I keep striving for that. And I've done a lot of elimination diets. So I did I'm still doing carnivore because I do feel better. And, I struggle with the possibility that there's a spiritual component, that maybe I should not be eating meat. However, I'm doing it. I'm not sure about that. That's something that I don't know if I believe that it's a spiritual no-no. I don't know. But the thing is that I have lost at least 15 pounds, and it just like melted off. And I was really strict for like 3 months. Now I've added a few other things in, but it's all about carbs. And, I have a cousin with severe Crohn's, and he got it under control with carnivore diet. Lost a bunch of weight. He's, able to function much better. And so that's why I tried it. And, in some ways, yes, I do feel better. Anytime you lose a lot of weight, you feel better. So it's weird, though. It's a weird way to eat, but I have a lifetime of eating other stuff, so I guess it would be weird. So I'm trying to be very mindful of my health, and I just also, I have several alternative therapies right here at home. I have the first thing I bought was a Tesla biohealer. That projects life force energy. Then I bought a neuro wearable, like a wristwatch, but it promotes the mind and heart coherence, which Joe Dispenza talks about. I've been on he's been on my radar for a long time. And then I bought a Spooky 2, which is a Rife machine, and I run that 24/7. I do 2 detoxes a year and then do a biofeedback. And, I really believe that this is where we should be and where we would have been had John Rockefeller not hijacked everything medical. It was a total hijack. And, he was quoted as saying, "Keep the people sick. It's good for business." You think? What the hell's up with all the flu shots and people still get the flu and die from, shut the fuck up. Every time, like I have the basic Spotify, and like I'm always yelling at the radio, when you have like these people, these celebrities. "I have RSV." I'm like, shut up. I don't give a fuck what you have, It's a pharmaceutical ad. Or, oh, we're going to get all our vaccines. I'd like, shut up, you know, just shut up. I can't stand it. I entertain myself that way. And I don't know. Life is, it's still a shit show, but I've tried to exercise as much control as I can in, as a human being, choosing what I do each day, choosing to, all my choices. I can choose what I do for myself. I can't control what's going on, but I can choose how I deal with it and how I live. And, my attention to various podcasters, it's way down. Like I have maybe three. I have about three that I listen to on the regular. I like Freedom Channel broadcast. They decode. It's decoding because there's comms everywhere. You know, um, Trump talks in code, which is so cool. and these guys will decode what's in the news, what Trump says, relate it all back to all the Q posts. You know, is no bullshit. This is real. And Phil, he's I've learned a lot of patience on account of Phil. I love the guy. He's legit, man. He's totally dialed in, but he has to cancel a lot, and um, he has technical difficulties a lot. Okay, I'm not gonna have a fit about it. The guy's legit. That's what I know. And so, Mike Penny said one time, manage your expectations, and that's a good piece of advice. Um, so that's what I do. I manage my expectations. It has to be my response to the world, not what I get from anybody else. I mean, yes, they help me move my needle, so to speak, but if things are not presented in a timely manner or whatever, I have to go, okay, what am I going to do today? I, I have to live in the moment. And also with regard to healing technologies, I also purchased recently a grounding mat and a red light panel. And I've had shoulder and rotator cuff issues for years now. Everything is a lot better. But my left arm, I could only raise, like, I don't know, not all the way. Well, after like 24 hours of using the red light, the near infrared, I have complete mobility. It still hurts, but I'm so much better, and I'm trusting that this is a good thing, because I'll listen to Joe Rogan interviews, really cutting edge medical people, and um, I get information from a lot of sources. It's not just me pulling shit out my ass, pardon my French. I got a potty mouth. What can I say? Um, so, I it's a very spiritual time in our lives. Um, this is, I think, I believe, and I've heard this right from the beginning, that even those of us who are following what's happening, we are going to have our minds blown as well. I really think, I really think we are going to have such a spiritual time. Like it's going to bring people to their knees. I really think that. And there's going to be no question as to who sits on the throne. You know, and Donald Trump did say one time that he was the chosen one. He is. That guy's got balls the size of Texas. And he's the only one that he says this. And he's not really bragging. It's the truth. To me, when people just say the truth and it maybe promotes themselves or speaks well of themselves, so what? You know, this humility crap, it's false pride when people are like, you know, being humble and all this, when you got reason to be proud, dude. You know, like you've got some laurels to show. Do it. I'm okay with it. Like I don't, you know, I'm not like the type of person that like, oh, he's so proud. Good for him. Good. It's true. You know? So I have no problem with that. I have no problem with people telling the truth. If it's something good about themselves, it's okay. It's good. So these people that just get all hung up on that locker room comment he made how many years ago, plus he apologized, you know, and oh, he's so disgusting. That guy he is loved by so many people and so many different types of people. Like I see these different posts with like black guys from the hood just loving Trump, just loving him. You know, right on. I mean, these people that have Trump derangement syndrome, they need a good smack in the head, really. Our country was in such good shape with him. And anyways, I'm digressing a little bit, but I keep getting, like right now, tinnitus. I think, honestly, I've been getting this pretty heavy duty for about a year. Not all the time, but just regularly. And I believe that we are having upgrades, DNA upgrades. You know, our DNA was destroyed. We're supposed to have 12 strands, as I understand it, and we were down to like 2 or something. And I believe that we are having upgrades. We are changing dimensions, you know, assuming you're permitting it and you're not clinging to 3D for dear life. You know, and I've even been in bed and I'm having like these things, you know, and I'm just like, Roger that, you know. I really think we are in such a momentous time, but I wish I had somebody to talk to about it. It's a little lonely, you know, but I don't know. I have you guys. So I will call it quits for now. And thanks for watching. And I don't know. I'm just a girl out there watching what's going on and trying to make sense of it and trying to be true to myself and true to my God and doing the right thing. And that's all we can do until we reach whatever. So anyways, good luck to you all, and see you next time. Thanks.